everybody, what's going on? This is Crazy College Kid, aka CCK, and today I have episode 2 of my Rays franchise. I hope you guys enjoyed the first kind of teaser video. I'm really excited to get into this series. It's gonna be a lot of fun with this team. Team that hasn't won a World Series yet will be able to kind of start our own kind of legacy and dynasty here. I'm really excited for it. So the Rays had a long off season. They lost guys like Jake Odorizzi to the Twins, and then they lost Corey Dickerson and traded to the Pirates, and they traded away Evan Longoria. But we have solid players like Matt Duffy, who's a great contact hitter and hopefully the heart of this team. That's the pulse. But we have a great pitcher in Chris Archer, who's an ace for this team. A young guy like Blake Snell, who's going to be helped out there in center field by Kevin Kiermaier. Really athletic player, really fast. Great glove, great arm. Just got to work on that hitting a little bit for him. And then also, wait, hold on, I forgot something. Blake Snell, give me some hustle. Ooh, just close, so close. Then we got guys like CJ Crone. I'm really high on CJ Crone, good power hitter from the Angels we acquired. Then Malik Smith, a good young outfielder, really quick and hit for contact, almost Carl Crawford-esque. If you guys remember who that is from way back when. So let's get into some of the offseason moves we made. First, we acquired Sergio Romo. We signed him in free agency. He's a solid player. He was with the Giants for all of his career. It's kind of funny. We traded away the guy who's been with our franchise for his entire career, and then we signed someone that's been with the Giants for their entire career. Kind of funny, but he was a good closer for them when they were going through their prime, you know, early 2010s. 2010s. He's going to be a solid reliever for us. It has him as a closer, but he's going to be a reliever for us. We have a better closer out there. He's going to be a setup man with Johnny Venters, and I'm really excited to see that 7th, 8th inning duo come in and slam the door shut for our closer. All right, so the next guy we acquired, Carlos Gomez, signed him to a 1-year, $4 million deal. Sergio Romo was 1 year, 2.5. Carlos Gomez, not a guy I'm super high on. Probably going to trade him. I like to trade older guys in rebuilds, you know, just all older guys, just to get something out of them and just not let them walk in free agency. Definitely not the player he used to be. Maybe be a solid, if I can get 250 out of him, 20 home runs, I'll be happy. Good fielder, really good arm for a right fielder, which would be nice. Speed, not as high. You see there, I mean, he had some good power years in Milwaukee. Minnesota wasn't the greatest, but kind of picked it up over the past couple years power-wise, so I'm hoping that he can keep that going. That'd be really nice. But yeah, I'm expecting, kind of like how he did last year in 2017 for Texas, 17 home runs, 51 RBIs, 13 steals, 250 average. Average offensive production, really good defensive player out there, right field. Alright, so one of the players we got in the Evan Longoria deal was Denard Span. Veteran center fielder, he's going to be really good. I honestly don't like this move 100% because, you know, we have Malik Smith, but he's going to be a good solid veteran piece for this ball club. The other player we got in the game is Christian Arroyo, 60 overall, 8 potential, 22-year-old, very raw. I'm excited to work with him a little bit and get him up to the star power that Longoria was. Now we have CJ Crone, and CJ Crone is a beast. He's going to be our number 3 hitter. He's a great hitter. I'm a sucker for CJ Crone in this lineup. He's going to do a lot of great things for us, so I'm excited for that. Vidal Nuno, we signed as a minor league free agent. He's going to be called up, as you'll see in a couple minutes. Solid reliever, long reliever, going to do a great job for us in the pen. Jermaine Palacios, we acquired in a trade, and he's not really going to do much for us. Joey Wendell, we also acquired in another trade for Jonah Heim. He's going to be a solid defensive player for us. He should be all right for us. Kurt Casale, good power hitting backup catcher. We signed as a minor league free agent. Or we re-signed him as a minor league free agent. He's going to do a lot of good things for us. Ryan Weber, we acquired as a minor league free agent. Not the greatest so far in the show, but he has a little bit of room to grow still, so let's hope we can get that up. Johnny Venters, this guy hasn't pitched in the big leagues for like 10 years, and they also have his stats really messed up in this game. but he's going to be a great setup guy for us. I'm really excited to see what he does for us in the pen and getting us through that 7th or 8th inning. J.D. Martin, a guy we signed as a minor league free agent, hasn't pitched in the bigs in like 10 years, but did really well when he pitched in the bigs. Almost like Paul Bird-esque numbers. Alright, so we're going to make some moves here. We're adding Nathan Eovaldi to the 40-man roster, and then sending Yanni Chirinos down to AAA. Also, we are sending Francisco Germán all the way down to Class A. The hits per 9 is atrocious. And then, we're also sending Brandon Snyder down there. To Single A, we don't need 3 minor league first baseman, although he has a solid hitting numbers for the majors, so he might be up soon. Or at least Double A, give him a shot. But I skipped spring training because I just wanted 25 guys on the 40-man roster so I could add as I wanted to and not have to go through removing guys and stuff like that. That's usually what I do for the first year. Next year I'll have spring training. So, but yeah, he doesn't have bad numbers in the majors. Average power hitting first baseman, but we don't need 3 first basemen in AAA right now. Alright, so Ryan Yarborough also is going to get sent down. The hits per 9 is 22. Everything else is solid. I like the stamina to get up a little more. Good velocity. He has a lot of strikeouts. Has solid control. Doesn't get up too many home runs, but is not going to go long, and he's going to get way too many hits. So we're sending him down to AAA to grow a little bit, and we're going to add Vidal Nuno to the 40-man roster and bring him up. He's going to be our long reliever for the moment. 44 stamina, not the greatest long reliever, but, you know, don't have a whole lot of options there. So, he was a starter in the past, had a solid year there, but, maybe get a spot starter too. We'll, see what happens with that. So, but he's going to be a solid piece in our, bullpen for us. And then, top 50 prospects, Jose De Leon is our top prospect. We have 4 top 50 prospects. We acquired him from the Dodgers in exchange for Logan Forsythe. He's going to be great. Great strikeout pitcher. He's going to go long. 8 potential, 6'7" overall, 25 years old. A hard-throwing right-hander. He's going to go well with guys like Chris Archer and Blake Snell. I'm really excited to see what he does. Also, Jacob Faria. The Rays always have great young pitching, and this is definitely no exception. So I'm really excited. Jose De Leon probably gonna, at the worst, be up for September call-ups, but we'll see what happens with that. Also, our next prospect, by the way, De Leon was number 11 out of the top 50. Willy Adames, number 16 overall. He came here in 2014 through the David Price deal. Solid middle infielder, 22 years old, shortstop. He's going to do pretty good for us. He still has a lot of room to grow, so he might not be up for a little bit. Low hitting numbers, but his fielding is pretty good for a 22-year-old. This is going to grow a lot. A overall, 68, a potential 68 overall, solid speed, good discipline. He's kind of durable, so I'm just going to work with him and hope he gets better. Our next prospect in the top 50 is Brent Honeywell, 42nd out of 50. He's got solid numbers, A potential, 6'7" overall at 22. The Rays did draft him second round of 2014 Major League Draft. Solid break on his pitches, not really a flamethrower, so he'll kind of be more Jacob Faria type. Good stamina already. He's gonna get some strikeouts. Just needs to work on that control, giving up the long ball. But he's gonna grow, and he might have a chance this year, but I really don't see him coming up until maybe next year. But who knows? He's starting out in AA, and if he does well there and in AAA, he can come up pretty quick. All right, then the last guy out of the top 50 for us, number 45, Brendan McKay. We drafted him 4th overall in the 2017 draft, and he's a really good hitter for a first baseman. Already 22, he's good contact numbers, okay power. Lefty. I'm hoping he can turn into kind of a Joey Votto. Good contact hitter, can hit some home runs. Decent fielder. You know, it's always good to have a good fielder at first. A lot of people think you don't really need to have a good fielder at first, but sometimes you do. They have to do a lot of work over there. So he might get a call this year. It depends on how we do with our first base situation up here in Tampa. But speaking of that, let's show you the lineup this year for year 2018 18, Tampa Bay Rays. So leading off, we have Denard Span against right-handed pitching. Solid contact hitter, not the fastest, but he might steal a base or two. Then we have Matt Duffy in the 2-hole. He's our best contact hitter in the lineup and on the team. So I'm really excited to see what he can do for us. He's going to be a solid player. Decent glove. Might hurt us a little bit at the hot corner. Definitely not Evan Longoria, but he's gonna do solid for us out of that 2-hole. And then CJ Crone, Crone or Crone, I'm not really sure which one. Just let me know down below. Solid hitter. He's our best contact and power hitter, so naturally he's gonna go number 3. Brad Miller, number 4. He's gonna be playing first. CJ Crone's the DH. Brad Miller is he's the guy that's gonna hit 30 home runs and hit 230, 240. A couple years ago, hit 243, 30 home runs. It's about what you're going to expect from Brad Miller. Not a lot of guys in this lineup are really going to hit for contact. So don't expect that. We're going to be one of the lower teams in average this year, which I expected. Carlos Gomez, he's there. Not super high on him. He's probably going to be dealt pretty soon. Maybe in July. It depends on how the team's doing. And Kevin Kiermaier is hitting 6th. Real life, he's not doing very well. I think he's not even near the Mendoza line, I believe. Or he wasn't at least a couple weeks ago. He's a decent hitter. He's here for his fielding. He's here for his speed. I know in real life he's not exactly happy with what the Rays did in the offseason, so he might get traded. Wilson Ramos is kind of what we got at catcher. Solid against righties. Really good against lefties. And then Adnei Hechavarria, I totally mispronounced that. Someone let me know how that's pronounced in the comments. He's a good contact hitter in the 8-hole, and then Joey Wendell at second base. Rounding out the order against right-handed pitchers when we have designated hitter, and then Malik Smith, the guy I'm really high on, Jesus Sucre, Daniel Robinson, and Rob Refsnyder, who this game constantly reminds me was the College World Series MVP. That's our bench. And then with no DH, Span, Kiermaier number 2, Gomez number 3. It's kind of the best we got. CJ Crone's on the bench because his fielding is hitting is almost similar between him and Miller has a little bit better fielding. I know the fielding stat is lower on Miller, but he has a lot better reaction and a better arm. I think it's important for first baseman to have a good reaction. So Miller's gonna play. CJ Crone will not. Against lefties, that'll be opposite because, gosh, Miller is just that bad against lefties. And then Matt Duffy, number 5. I might change that to Wilson Ramos, but Matt Duffy's kind of our best hitter left. I put him 5. He might have good gap power. I hope he does. He can at least drive in runs, which is something I want out of the 5-hole. Wilson Ramos, 6th. You kind of know what you're going to get from him. An alright hitter, and then our shortstop at Hechavarria or whatever, and then I'm going to have the pitcher hitting 8th. I've just always done that. Rather have him coming up with 1 out instead of 2. I don't know, it's just personal preference kind of thing. And then Rob Refsnyder is going to hit 9th. I'm not too high on this guy. I don't think he's going to be around for long, but we'll see what happens. Maybe he'll do well in the bigs, maybe he won't. But we don't really have a lot of options at this point. The Rays farm system is decent in this game. I mean, it's amazing in real life, but this game's just kind of decent. And then against lefties, Malik Smith is going to lead off because, he's not great against lefties, but Denard Span is somehow even worse. So, Smith and Span are going to platoon. Matt Duffy is going to hit 2nd. Again, best contact hitter on the team. Wilson Ramos is going to hit 3rd. Really good numbers against lefties. CJ Crone is going to hit 4th. I don't understand how these right-handed hitters on our team have worse numbers against lefties, except for Ramos. Kevin Kiermaier is going to hit 5th. Our lineup is going to suck against lefties. I'm just letting y'all know that right now. Adnei Hechavarria is going to hit 6th. I'm really excited. I'm really high on Hechavarria. I think he's going to do a lot of great things. Good contact hitter, okay speed, really good fielder. Brad Miller is going to hit 7th in DH. Carlos Gomez is going to hit 8th and play right field. And Rob Refsnyder is going to hit 9th and be our second baseman. Denard Span, Sucre, Daniel Robertson, and Joey Wendell will be on our bench. Span's probably going to bench hit a lot when they bring in a new pitcher. He'll probably come in for like Carlos Gomez or something. Or Maybe, I doubt Malik Smith. Also, Malik Smith, 25 arm. That's got to be improved. Rather him not turn into Johnny Damon, but I mean, if he turns into Johnny Damon, I guess it'll be okay. I can live with it. Johnny Damon was a solid player, just couldn't throw any farther than a little leaguer, but it's okay. Then lefties with no DH, Smith, Duffy, Ramos, Crone instead of Miller, because Miller is just that much worse against lefties that the fielding doesn't matter to me, honestly. Well, it does a little bit, but then Kiermaier, Gomez, Hechavarria, Archer, and Riff Snyder, or pitcher and Riff Snyder. Then a rotation, Archer, Faria, Snell, Eovaldi, Andrews. I wasn't sure whether I wanted to put Faria or Snell at number 2, but I decided to go with Faria because he's a farther contrast from Archer, and Blake Snell closer to a hard thrower. Also has a lot of trouble with the walks. Jacob Faria is going to be a solid pitcher. Really good break, relies on the off-speed stuff. Snell's just he's more likely to blow it by you. Also, my number 3, he's going to be inconsistent. I think a 3 guy is someone who has the potential to be an ace, but just isn't always there. So he's usually going to go up against 3 or 4 guys, less pressure, so he might perform better. And then Nathan Eovaldi at 4, got him from the Yankees. He's going to have a mid-4 ERA, but I'm hoping it'll be like that 4.2 with the 14-3 record. That'd be really nice. You can get that out of a 4-starter, because usually number 4 starters aren't the greatest. Then Matt Andrees, whatever. He's going to be our number 5 starter. We'll see how long he lasts. He's put up solid numbers in parts of 3 seasons. Then Vidal Nuno, a long reliever, Chaz Rowe, Jose Alvarado, Andrew Kittredge is going to be middle relievers and long relievers. Andrew Kittredge, low overall, but he did solid last year, so I'm giving him a shot. Maybe he can do something. And then Sergio Romo and Johnny Venters are our setup men. For the closer, Alex Colomé, who I think is the 3rd best overall on this team. In the league, 23rd overall, so I'm not looking to do too much this year, but I hope you guys enjoyed episode 2. Episode 3 will be opening day, so don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe.